All right. Hi guys, how's it going? Attorney Wafula, I'm back today. Yay, 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 yay. I'm so happy, guys. I'm looking at the time. I've done all my consultations for the day. Thank you, Jesus. I reviewed my cases for the day. Thank you, Jesus. I just always get so happy when I've done all the main things I need to do. And this is like the last thing on my calendar to do. I wanted to do a live today. This is the last thing I got to do. So, guys, come on through. We're gonna talk, and I'm gonna be answering questions. So, guys, if you know, do me a favor, guys. I need you to share. Okay, quickly share this with anyone. All right, that you know who's either an immigrant or who has a 2-year green card. Okay, yes, we do. We do change your statuses. In other words, adjustment of status. Yes, we do. All right, so quickly share, share, share. All right, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, and share with everyone you know that this could be helpful to. Okay, let's share. All right. Now, quickly dispensing. So share if you're on Facebook, on Instagram, or YouTube. Guys, share. All right. You share. Right. I can never ask that enough. All right. Don't be stingy. Okay. Because today's topic is going to be absolutely awesome. I can feel it. I can sense it. And that's basically, without a further ado, we're going to talk about 2-year conditional green cards. My voice is a bit sore, guys. Let me take some water. I think because of these consultations, that's how much I talk. So my voice is a bit sore today. So I may not be here that long, okay? So also share for the purpose of letting people know that if you have a question, you want to come live and ask me. I'm only here for 30 minutes today, okay? Today, right now, it's 5:38. And today, I promise I'm keeping my word. At 6, I'm gone. So if you have a question, if you know someone who's going to have a question to ask me, particularly on the topic I'm discussing today, which is 2-year conditional green cards, you need to have the person come on through now. Let them begin asking their questions, and then we can start talking. All right. Sorry. Yeah, you get the point. So, guys, real quick, basically, long story short, today I want to discuss 2-year conditional green cards. 2-year conditional green cards. If you're new to the immigration system, maybe you don't know, or maybe if you haven't gotten there, maybe you don't know what we are talking about. But basically, a long time ago, immigration decided, finally resolved in their minds, that they're never going to catch everyone who enters a marriage for fraudulent purposes. That's just never going to happen. So what they started to do was to issue what's called a 2-year conditional green card, conditioned on a person's ability to show that they're married for real love. Okay, excuse me, guys. That they're conditioned on a person's ability to show that they're married for real love. 1 second. Yeah. Condition on person's ability to show that they're married for real love and for valid reasons. Okay. So they issued something called a 2-year conditional green card. All right. This might be about 10, 20 years ago, as a way to fight marriage fraud. Okay. Because the office has finally realized, just like I have realized, that you cannot catch every single lie right at that moment. All right. So they instituted a 2-year conditional green card, again, for the purposes of them being able to catch you 2 years after you actually got a green card. They want to be able to catch you in the act if you really did marry your spouse just for papers. Okay. So because a long time ago, it used to be, I think when I first came to America, if I'm not wrong, it used to be they should just give you a 10-year conditional green card straight up, like, after an adjustment of status interview through marriage. If they felt you'd proven your case, they would issue you a 10-year green card straight up. They no longer do that. Okay. And the reason they no longer do that is because of marriage fraud. It's just so high. All right. So now let's say it's me, Elizabeth Ofula, that they've issued me a 2-year conditional green card, and it's now time for me to remove conditions. Right. It's gone now time for me to remove conditions. In other words, if you are issued a 2-year conditional green card, they usually give it to you for 2 years. All right. Conditioned on your ability at the end of these 2 years to show you enter this marriage for valid reasons. You enter this marriage for valid purposes. In other words, that you enter this marriage at least solely for the reason of getting solely for the reason of love. Okay, now I'm gonna throw this out just as a trick or a devil's advocate, but I'm gonna throw this out. I'm not devil's advocate, but y'all know what I mean. I'm gonna throw this out just to throw it out, okay? Because technically speaking, the law states that if you can marry someone for multiple reasons. So you can marry someone because you love them and also because you need a green card. I digress, okay? So as long as when you file your removal of conditions application, you're able to show that the main reason, the main purpose, okay, the predominant reason why you married your spouse was because of love, then usually immigration is supposed to approve that application and then give you a 10-year green card, okay? All right, so that's just some basic fundamentals before I go into what I'm talking about. All right, so now, assuming that I'm me, Elizabeth Ofula, and I'm filing a removal conditions application, okay, today on September 13, 2022, because I've had now the conditional green card, the 2-year conditional green card for 2 years. I've had it since September 13th, 2020. All right, well, technically, I wouldn't be filing it today if I had it September. It would be 3 months ahead. So maybe I got it. Hold on. July, August, September. So maybe I got it. Let's assume I got the green card, the 2-year conditional green card issued in June 2020. In June 2020, okay. And let's assume that now by June 2022, okay, sorry, that by September 2022, this is now the deadline for me to file the application. So in other words, 90 days before the 2-year conditional green card expires, you're supposed to file the application, okay? So 90 days before it expires, you're supposed to file the application. If you file it late, you stand a chance of them rejecting the application. And in other words, you now no longer having any status, okay? All right, so you're supposed to file it 90 days before it expires. Now, that's where we're going to start. So I'm me, and now I'm trying to file an application. Maybe I'm married to a U.S. citizen, and I'm trying to remove conditions on my 2-year conditional green card. Immigration states that there's three, or should I say the law avails you with 3 main ways of removing conditions. 3 main ways. There's other ways, but I'm just going to cover these 3 main ways, okay? So the first main way to remove conditions, okay, is obviously with your spouse. So that's what Congress intended. That's what they like. So the best, or should I say, I won't say the best, Congress's intent for removing conditions is with your spouse. With your spouse. All right. So that's the first way to remove it. In other words, where your spouse actually signs off on the form and you send it off together. The second way to remove conditions is to remove conditions based on divorce. All right. And if you, I always say it in a consultation, and I'm going to say it here, if you're removing conditions based on divorce, it's a bit of a higher standard. Okay, because now you got to show immigration 2 things. First, that you married your spouse for valid reasons. And second, that you're not just ditching your spouse because you felt you got something. Okay, in other words, they want to know, secondly, that you weren't just like, see ya, don't want to be ya, I already got a 2-year conditional green card, bye, you know. So you got to prove now 2 things. Whereas if you're removing conditions together, all you have to prove is that the marriage was valid. Okay, so it's a higher standard to remove conditions based on divorce, which is why I always say if you're going to remove conditions without your spouse, whether it's based on divorce or whether it's based on this third way that I'm about to present, you really need a lawyer. You really need a lawyer because you want to make sure that you prove your legal burden. In other words, you want to make sure you win and you get your 10-year green card after all. Okay, so that's removing conditions based on divorce. So in other words, in layman terms, they want to see as many joint documents as possible: leases, utility bills, bank accounts. If you're removing based on divorce, you got to have the kitchen sink. You really got to have the kitchen sink. You got to be able to throw the kitchen sink at immigration. You got to be able to show them, yeah, this marriage was valid because we were living together. We have a lease together. We have utility bills together. We had a bank account together. We even had a child together. Maybe we started a business together, etc. You know, you need to show them that as much as possible, you tried your best to remain married. and you were trying your best to really build a life with this person, but it's just that it ended up in divorce. Okay, so that's if you're removing conditions based on divorce. All right. Okay. Now make it sound real simple, but long story short, get a lawyer if you're trying to remove conditions based on divorce. All right. We do those as well, by the way. We don't only just remove conditions based on this third route. Okay. Now the third option, which I'm hinting at, of course, is ding 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 VAWA. Okay. The third way to remove conditions is based on VAWA. All right. And of course, that's our specialty. But the main reason, if you look at the title of the live, I said that the best way to remove conditions is VAWA. And guys, I've tested it out, I've proven it. It's a fact. It's a fact. It is a fact. In fact, one of our most recent VAWA approvals for 10-year green card was based on a removal conditions based on VAWA. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. I know it. It is a fact. I've done it a couple of times, so many times, let's put it like that, and I know it. Okay. So if you're removing conditions based on VAWA, here's one reason why it is the best and fastest way to remove conditions. Okay, the first reason is because normally I told you have to wait till 90 days before your 2-year conditional green card expires to actually even file the application. That's whether you're filing to remove conditions based on you being together with your spouse, or and even that also applies if you're removing conditions based on being divorced. But with VAWA, that's the exception to the norm. With VAWA, you can file the application early and at any time, provided you qualify, provided you can show that this marriage is abusive, that hey, I'm not able to stay in this marriage any longer because of the extreme treatment or the toxic treatment. Provided you can show you qualify, in other words, you can file the removal conditions application early. In fact, you can file it even the day that you actually got the 2-year conditional green card. On that same day you got it in the mail, that's the same day you could actually file a removal conditions application based on VAWA. And guess what? They're going to take it. They're going to take it. They're going to accept it. And guess what? You will likely be approved for VAWA. Okay. Again, as long as you qualify, you can file that application early. All right. So I hope everybody got that. In other words, I'm going to say it again. Normally, for every other way to remove conditions states that you need to wait at least 90 days before the 2-year conditional green card expires. But if you're doing it based on VAWA, all right, if the reason why you're removing conditions alone is because of issues, abuse, toxicness, maybe a spouse gave you an STD, maybe a spouse turned out to be mental and you didn't know, maybe a spouse was hiding children, you didn't know, maybe a spouse was cursing you out all the time, beating you, biting, choking, slapping you, maybe a spouse was just basically keeping tabs on your every move. Maybe your spouse was controlling everything. Everything's on their terms. When you go to work is on their terms. Where you go to work is on their terms. How long it takes to get to work is on their terms. How long it takes for you to come back is on your terms. When you have sex is on their terms. How it's done is on their terms. Where you go to school is on their terms. Everything's on your if you have that kind of spouse, in other words, and you file an application based on removal conditions based on VAWA, it will be accepted early. It will be accepted at any time. Okay, it will be accepted early, provided you can show you qualify. Okay, so again, if you're filing a removal conditions application early based on VAWA, you could file it. Let's say I got my 2-year conditional green card today, September 13, 2022. On this same exact day, I could send off a removal conditions application, an I-751, of course, include a legal argument and everything else that's needed to prove the case. I could send that application off today, and immigration will accept it today. And likely in something like a year or so, or maybe longer sometimes, I may actually get my 10-year green card in the mail. Okay. So keep in mind, the scenario was I just got my 2-year conditional green card in the mail today. But since I'm in an abusive or toxic relationship, I filed to remove conditions today, and immigration accepted it, and they sent me receipt notices a few weeks later. And long story short, maybe a year or so later, or longer, guess what? Guess who's the newest 10-year green card holder? Me. Okay, so when I tell y'all that Vawa is the ish, I mean it's the ish. When I tell y'all that Vawa is the redeemer of the redeemers, I mean it's a redeemer of all redeemers. Okay, if we're talking about something that is like Jesus in the law, it's Vawa. Vawa is like the Jesus of all laws. Okay, you know how Jesus died for our sins and forgave our sins, and you know how he, the Bible says that he remembers our sin no more. That's how Vawa is. Vawa, for literally for a lot of crimes, even it remembers the sin no more. It covers it up. I mean, I don't say cover it up, but it gives an excuse for you. All right, which is why I told you about 2 days ago. I said for people who came in, I think it was yesterday actually. For people who come in, I know that was great. The Holy Spirit gave me that example. That was good. For people who came in through the border, like without inspection, normally when they marry a U.S. citizen spouse, part of the process will require they still have to leave outside the country and re-enter with a waiver. But I told y'all yesterday, and I believe I also told you guys this Friday, that for Vawa, that's not required. Okay, so when I tell you that Vawa is the redeemer of all redeemers, I mean it is the Jesus of the law. It is. It really is. Okay, so this is why I love Vawa. Okay, now another reason why Vawa is the fastest and easiest is that processing times usually are very high, or take a very long time to remove. Generally, removing conditions, period, whether you're removing conditions with your spouse or through divorce, or really mostly through many other ways, it takes a while. It may take years. But in my experience now, this is not the law. Okay. Now I'm not telling you guys this one's a fact. When I'm telling y'all a fact, I'll usually say this is a fact. This is just not my experience. In my experience, when you file to remove conditions based on Vawa, that application doesn't take that long. And in my experience, they do tend to those applications sooner and quicker. All right. And in my experience, just in my experience, most of mine have not taken more than a year to get a 10-year green card based on Vawa. Again, that's just my experience. Now, this is not the law. I'm not telling y'all the fact, okay? That's just my experience with Vawa, okay? So, which leads me to say, again, it is the fastest and the easiest way to remove conditions. All right, it really is. Okay, so that is my spiel on this whole removing conditions based on Vawa, because I like to keep it short so we can start talking to people. Okay, all right. Let me see if Facebook people got something to say. Oh, someone said Pastor Vawa Queen, tell it Queen. Thank you. All right, let me take these questions, guys. Let me take these questions. Stop it, my queen. Stop it, Val Queen. Somebody said on YouTube. Good evening, Val. Hi, YouTube folks. Wow, YouTube is really lit. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
How are you doing? So how can I help you?
Good, thank you. I had one question for you.
Uh-huh.
Let's say somebody gets the prima facie, gets the 10-year green card, and because it was a standalone, what is it called now? Standalone application.
You can't actually, let me correct. You can't get a 10-year green card on an I-360 standalone. You need to file more forms, in particular the I-45. So
okay, yeah, that included. But my question is, when you finally get the 10-year green card, when it's time for the citizenship, how does it work? Because I know in a normal relationship without Vawa, the spouse goes with the foreigner, right, to get the citizenship.
You would go to your interview by yourself, because remember, for Vawa, you're considered to be a self-petitioner. So that's how it works. You go by yourself with the lawyer.
So, okay. Thank you, Miss Wafula. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye. Let me take some questions live and bring some people live here. So I take some questions live. Live. Okay. Give me a second. Bear with me, guys, as I bring this people live. Hello.
Hi.
I'll take the lady on in the first. How are you doing, madam?
Fine, how are you?
Good. How can I help you?
Okay, so like my question was, how long after you file a VAWA do you normally get a receipt notice from?
For us, it's different. By the way, I'll say down. We just want to just generally state that immigration doesn't always do things according to plan. I'll say that. So even sometimes for us, things don't go according to plan. I just want to say that. But generally speaking, it should take a couple of weeks. There was some time earlier in the summer. This really slowed down. We started getting them in like 2 months or so. Just this summer, that is. But it goes up and down depending on whatever's going on with immigration.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can. Do you know how to lead?
Keep doing what you're doing, though. I really admire it.
Thank you. Would you like me to exit you out, or you know how to get out?
Yeah. Could you please?
Sure.
I don't know how.
Sure.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hope you're having a great
Thank you.
afternoon. I don't have a question concerning VAWA, but I'm an international student going to college, and I wanted to ask if there are other options for me to get a green card.
Yeah, so usually it's a constitution question, but obviously one option you may have, depending on what country you're coming from, is asylum possibly. And then, of course, obviously, if you're an adult and you're of a consenting age, another option may be marriage, right? But so these are things that are rather discussed in a consultation. But yes, there's options.
So I would please like to consult and have a longer conversation if possible.
What did you say?
I would like to consult and have a conversation if possible.
Sure. Let me put my information here. I always forget to do that.
Sure.
So I'm pinning it down here. I'm pinning my information here, okay? So you can take a screenshot, call us. You can call us even now. We have people available answering calls usually till about 9 p.m. every day till even to Saturday and Sunday actually. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. God bless you. Bye bye. All right. Oh, this is my guy. I hope he comes. Hello. Fitness. Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? Good.
Yeah. I just want to ask this question. If your wife divorced you because of he.
Because what?
If your wife have a partner, a female partner, and you go into altercation with a female partner,
okay,
and she divorces you.
Okay.
So what is your chances of filing a VAWA based on that?
Sorry.
Oh, you remember me?
I do. Okay.
What is your chances of filing a VAWA based on that?
Those are great chances. So that usually means you find out something really extreme about your spouse that you didn't know before. So yes, your chances are really great.
You're breaking up.
Wait, let me take you out, Mr. Fitness. I'll bring you back in.
Okay.
So I was saying your chances are really great in that scenario. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I would say. Well,
She's not married to her yet, but they've been in a situation. You've been in the marriage for 6 years, and every time you have an issue, at the time you want to call cops on her to leave your wife for you, so you can have a good home.
I think you need to call me, okay? I think you need to call me because I think I already told you that's usually. In other words, anytime you find out something really extreme about your spouse that you would not marry them, right? It's not a crime to be bisexual or gay or lesbian, But it is an issue if your spouse didn't know about it ahead of time. So yes, that's possibly a very good VAWA case, and you should give me a call, okay?
All right,
and I'm pretty sure there's many other things we could use. All right, give me a call. Take care. Bye.
Yeah,
bye. Where's that guy? I wish he got Mr. Fitness, come back on. It looks like he's gone. All right. Yes, you can, Miss Aksafia. All you need to do is press go live. It's on your screen. You have to press go live on your screen. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing? So
I'm already one of your clients.
Oh, really? Yay. I don't know all my clients that don't know your faces.
Yeah. And we already deposited the paperwork and everything.
Oh, okay. So what's up?
So my question is there's a different waiting time if you're married to a citizenship or a green card holder?
No, it's the same.
Oh, because they told me there was a difference.
Who told you that?
Another lawyer.
No.
They say if you're married to a green card holder, it can take even 10 years.
Well, first of all, why are you listening to the lawyer if you have me is what I want to know.
No, because that was before I have you.
No, there's no difference. There's no difference. It's treated the same way.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That was my question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait. I have been waiting since August for one of your guys to give me a call. They haven't get in touch back.
What's
they
the name?
Told me about the physical logic test.
Okay, okay?
I already had.
I don't want to ask your name on here, but
it started with all I know. I forgot. It's because it's weird. His name.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
Yes, him. Yes. Because I already have
do you have my email? Can you send me a quick email? Info. Just send me a quick email, and I'll forward it over to him.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Can I ask a question, please? Yes, you can. Just come live. You can come live. Just press the live button. So Momo said you talked to one of my team members. So, Madam, do you want to? What you should do is call the office number. Call now and ask for a follow-up consultation with me, and they'll put it on my calendar. Okay. Like I said yesterday, there's no way I can take all the consultations anymore because we're just that busy, and the demand has just grown that big. In other words, earlier this year in like February, I was backed up like 4 months in consultations. So I had to just begin to, share the role because otherwise, right now we're back 6 months and people will still be waiting to talk to me. And there's no way people should be waiting 6 months to talk to a lawyer about immigration help. So that's why we do that. But for Momo, that's really good that you came back to, sorry, you're telling me this here. All I just need you to do is quickly send a message either on IG or send us an email quickly. You could send an email, by the way, to daniel@fullerlaw.com, one of my staff. Tell them you want to get on my calendar, you want to talk to me, okay? And they'll schedule for follow-up consultation, okay? And that's usually for free, especially if it's within a month. It's usually for free, okay? If you're scheduling the appointment within a month after your first consultation, it'll be for free. All right? That's my answer to Momo. Okay. There's one person I keep trying to bring in, but your phone is not letting me bring you in, so I'm not ignoring you. All right. I want to discuss this. Please come in, Becky. Let's talk about this live. I love that question. I want to talk about that live. All right. Okay. So you don't Becky declined, so I guess we won't be discussing it today. How long does work authorizations right now in general? That's the answer to Austin locks take 6 to 11 months. 6 to 11 months. 6 to 11 months general. Sometimes it can take less than that. Sometimes it can take more than that. All right. Guys, is it my phone? It's like everything is rejecting. Is it my phone, or are you guys rejecting? Are you guys rejecting me on that side? What's going on? Are y'all rejecting me? Y'all rejecting me? All right. If you've never gotten a conditional green card and divorce before that, it was accepted VAWA petition. Yeah, you have a chance. Again, everything about VAWA is, do you qualify? Do you qualify? So everything I just discussed only applies to you. Applies to you as you qualify. Okay, so conditional green cards are for people who already had a green card and are removing conditions based on VAWA. Right. But if you're just back in the step where you didn't have anything at all, and you filed for VAWA to get a 10-year green card, okay, provided the underlying reason why you filed for VAWA is there, provided you were truly in an abusive or toxic or crazy relationship with a U.S. citizen or green card holder, or you're divorced from one, and you file the application within less than 2 years after getting a divorce, provided these things are there. Again, in other words, provided you qualify, then you have chances to win. I can't take what your exact chances are, Axafia, unless you schedule a consultation. So if you want my exact opinion, and for me to tell you like an almost an exact number of what I feel your chances are, you need to call me, Miss Axafia. Okay, call me. Is it a concern if I put just 3 years of address, job information, I-30 for minor abroad? I don't do those applications much these days, but I believe they usually ask for 5 years. 5 is what I believe they'll normally ask for. Okay, guys, so no one is coming live. It's 6:09. I think I'm just about to call it quit. I do want to answer this one question here written down, and then we're going, because I always prefer people to come live and ask questions. If I submitted my application, my spouse is now incarcerated before I interview, what are my options? Possibly VAWA. Okay, that's one of the things that could trigger a good VAWA case. That's possibly a VAWA case. Somebody says it's my phone. Okay, so y'all not rejecting me, it's my phone. All right. Well, that's sort of good to know, sort of bad for business. I don't know how it's going now. All right. Can you still qualify if you're just getting divorced and your removal conditions was denied and you've been sent to? Yes, you can always reapply on a different basis. So maybe the first time you removed conditions with your spouse, Miss Bimbo Davis, this time you have the possibility of removing conditions based on divorce or based on VAWA. And in fact, Bimbo Davis, I believe I can help you. You should just give me a call and I can talk to you further about that. Okay, that's my answer to Bimbo Davis. So yes, so if you removed conditions before and it was denied, in other words, do you have another chance to reapply, or do you still qualify again, maybe on a different basis, or remove conditions? Yes, absolutely. You can always remove conditions on a different ground. Like maybe the first time you remove conditions with your spouse, this time you could possibly remove conditions based on a divorce or based on VAWA as well. Okay. Owen E on YouTube is asking, what are the age requirements for VAWA? What are the age requirements for VAWA for relative of American citizen? What kind of relative? Depends on what kind of relative. If you're like a child, like if you're a child of a U.S. if you're a child of an abused immigrant spouse, then you need to be under 21. So it depends on what kind of relative you are. That's my answer to Owen. All right. Madam, my email is not the best way to set up a consultation. The best way to set up a consultation is 903-306-7123. If you send me an email to set up a consultation, you'll likely be waiting more than a week. Okay, just call my office number 901-306-7123 or go to wafulalaw.com, our website, and you can schedule one right now immediately. wafulalaw.com. wafulalaw.com is my answer to Maya Williams 2021. Guys, do you mind coming live? And you guys have so many questions. I would love to speak live. It's so much more entertaining and better. And I just always, again, like I tell you, I hate talking to, I feel like I'm talking to myself when I'm answering questions on a screen. You should try to do a live so many times before you'll see why I feel the way I feel. All right, so guys, if you want to ask a question, I beg you come live and do it before 6:15 on Instagram. And if you don't, I'll take that as a hint that it's time for me to go home. Okay. All right. I'm waiting now. I'm waiting now as I'm scrolling these questions. If you're coming live, do it now. If you're coming live, do it now, or at 6:15, 6:12 right now, 6:15. I'll take it as a hint, and I'll begin on down. Okay. All right. It's two people. So you guys just always wait for me to say that. Okay. Hello.
Hi, how you doing, ma'am?
Good.
Yeah, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, wonderful. Thanks for coming on. Thanks so much. Your stuff has always been very educating, and it's always been good. Like, I've been seeing a lot of wonderful and successes, and I would like to be a part of the success.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So on a quick one, can I ask my question now?
Sure.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. I have one of my sisters, just like a sister. So she has this a spouse. They've been married, and for like I think 3 years or over 3 years now. And I think she actually came in with visa. So she met this spouse, and after meeting the spouse, everything went on, and they got married. So, and for a while now, they filed and did every other thing, and everything was good. Not until the paper came back. The USCIS requested documents for them. So she actually did, they sent in the information. But we got to know, like you told me, that the guy has previously been married and all that. They actually gave our work authorizations and
all
other stuff.
By the guy, you mean the U.S. citizen spouse?
Yeah, yes. But what happened was that, there's been a lot of delays on expediting green card, and it seems like even people who filed before us have gotten everything the case was. So we're not really getting any answer or any response from the USCIS. So I'm just curious to just ask on her behalf, like, what could be wrong, So, and that's why
what kind of application did she file, Vawa or adjustment of status to marriage?
You said what?
What kind of application did she file? Vawa or adjustment of status to marriage?
What was her status before the marriage, right? Is that what you're saying?
No. What kind of application did she file? Vawa or adjustment of status to marriage?
Not Vawa, the other one. I think the spouse, whatever, I don't know.
What'd you say? Oh, so adjustment of status to marriage, right?
Yeah, yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So adjustment of status to marriage. You say how long has it been since they filed it? When was the application filed? Which year?
It's been over 3 years, So the last time they got in contact with her, they told her to send in the documents they have together. They told her to get the divorce decree, which she got everything. Okay. But she's not getting no response from the USCIS ever since then. And the last time she called...
No, but which year was that she filed? What? Which year did she file the application? Which year was there, or should I say, which year did her spouse file the application on her behalf?
I think I need to I don't want to just give you any year now.
All right.
I think I'm going to have to just call you, right?
Okay. If it's been more than a year, more than 2 years, sadly, that's kind of average right now for adjustment of status to marriage cases. Because, it used to be like most people used to think, especially Africans, we used to think that the easiest, fastest way to get a green card is to marry somebody and have them file for us. Well, immigration pulled a prank on us. And now those actually can even take longer even than Vawa cases. And they do that on purpose a lot of times, to be honest, especially if you already went to it for an interview. Sometimes they'll tell you something like, oh, we'll be back. We'll get back with you in about a month, in about 3 months. And then you're like over there waiting a year, even 2 years later sometimes. It's even actually happened to one of our clients before, to be honest with you. And they didn't approve it till, my client had put his mind away from it. He had even just stopped, he had just kept traveling his travel permit. That's when finally it was approved. So my point is, sometimes I'm not saying that's what happened with your person's case, but I'm seeing that they purposely do that a lot. If they go to an interview and they're not sure about your case, they won't deny your case these days.
They haven't even gone for the interview. They haven't showed up for interview.
Well, I'm just saying. But what they'll do these days is they'll purposely stall because they're thinking, well, since we're not sure about this couple, we're just gonna stall, and time will cover all things. So they're expecting that with time, as they delay, you guys will break up. All right. And sadly, but truly, it actually happens that way. So that's why they keep doing it that way. That's one. So if you haven't gone to an interview, then the other thing is I want to tell you is that, again, like I've said in so many lives, immigration processing times for a lot of applications have gone higher. First, it was because of Donald Trump, and then after that, COVID hit. Okay, and then lastly, immigration has just never really recovered fully, properly since Donald Trump days, because Donald Trump days, there was so many shortages in so many positions. So immigration has just never really got a chance to fully recover before COVID hit.
Okay.
So that's my explanation.
Okay. When I have any other question, I'm just definitely gonna call you. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care. God bless you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Madam, who was live, you can come live now. I'm sorry that took long. That was a long-winded explanation, but I felt I needed to explain that properly. All right. Maybe she changed her mind. What he's saying is straightforward, possibly. I don't try to these days. You learn to, when you're being a lawyer, you don't make judgments about people. Okay. Can you call, please? Yes, you can, Nina. You have to do it on IG though. You got to do it on IG. I only go live on one place to avoid disruptions. So jump on IG and just type Diva Queen. Let me write it for you. This someone wants to ask a question on. Just type Diva Queen on IG, and you can find me. Okay, and you can tap the go live with me. Tap the go live with me button, and you'll come live, and I'll answer your question. That's my answer to Nina on Facebook. Okay, all right. But he said, no, you guys didn't get the point. The guy had at least the way I understood it, the U.S. citizen spouse had been married previously. It's not that he's married. That's not that he was married right now. Okay, I mean, I could have been wrong, but that's how I understood the question that he asked me. All right. Could you brief on change of status? You mean adjustment of status to marriage? That's what adjustment of status. So adjustment of status is whenever your spouse is petitioning for you for a green card. So it's the exact opposite of VAWA, okay? So a lot of our people call it change of status, but that's not the right term. It's actually adjustment of status, because you're usually adjusting from whatever visa you came with to a green card. So it's called adjustment of status, and it's called adjustment of status through marriage. Just as a heads up, by the way, most people don't realize, but VAWA is also a form of adjustment of status. So technically, I mean, I don't say it that way, to avoid confusions, because I like to really teach on my lives. But technically, VAWA is a form of adjustment of status. So technically, the real name for VAWA is adjustment of status based on VAWA. That's the real legal term for VAWA. Okay, that's that's the actual legal way that we talk about it amongst lawyers. Okay, but for you guys, we just call it VAWA. All right, so in other words, anytime you're getting a green card here in the U.S., it's a form of adjustment of status. You can adjust your status based on an employer, based on a spouse, based on VAWA. You get... Hello? Whoa, total darkness. Okay, I know you're trying to hide, but that's a little too much. You're in total darkness, madam. I know you're trying to hide, but that's a little too much, don't you think?
No, hold on.
It's like total darkness in there. Total darkness. Oh.
I'm at work. Sorry. Yes. Are you seeing me now?
Yes. Also, the lady on the left. Okay, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead, madam. Go ahead, please. Time is going. Go ahead. Madam,
I'm trying to turn the camera.
Madam with the shoe. I see the shoe on the background and the wooden floor. Please go ahead and just talk.
No. Hold on. I'm trying to turn it around.
Oh,
the
I
camera.
See. Okay.
Okay. I can't see where the camera is on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me see. Okay.
While you're trying to turn, let me answer a question that someone put on YouTube. Andrew asked me that your online correspondence shows that USCIS is reviewing your case, but you and your lawyer haven't sent anything in yet. That's why I always say, y'all, you can't always rely on your USCIS online case processing status. You can't always rely on it because they don't always update it. So that's the answer to Andrew. USCIS, in other words, messes up, and sometimes they forget to go, or they put something wrong on there, or sometimes they forget to delete things, etc. Okay. Hello. Okay, madam, I'm gonna take this other person's. The person on the left. Just go ahead and with where it's dark.
Yeah, hi.
Just go ahead and ask your question. Yes.
Yes. Two questions actually for you. Meanwhile, thank you for all this. Thank you so much for your effort. Can they send the EAD before the approval for the VAWA? And if the person has, because I actually have a friend that's going through the process, but if they send the EAD, how long does it take to get the main approval for the VAWA, the main VAWA approval? Because she doesn't
anything
have
about
that
processing times, my general rule, I don't like to say those on live. I don't want to be live, okay? So just call me and schedule a consultation. I'll tell you, okay?
Okay.
That's a consultation question. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, madam. What is let me see. I can figure out. I don't know who she is. Okay, she's gone. All right.
Hi. I'm asking
you got it. You finally figured it out.
Hi. I watch you. And I appreciate what you are saying on your live. I listen to you. You're very nice.
Thank you so much.
And I know that you are our queen because I have friends that you help, and you help a lot of people, like a lot of Jamaicans. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And your kind gesture. Okay. I'm about to do VAWA, and I want to know, how long does it take to get approved?
So you asking me a similar question to the other lady. I can't say that on live, but I'll say it takes a while. Okay, it takes a while. You're gonna need to have some patience. Okay.
What if I have a work permit, right? And it is valid like from it valid 2024 March. Would they if I start the VAWA process now, would they cancel this work permit, or would they send me a new one after this one is up?
No, usually they don't. Well, madam, to be honest, that's a constitutional question because I gotta explain so many different things in that. But no, normally they don't cancel it. They might send a letter saying that they're gonna cancel it or that they're gonna revoke it. Like if they're denying the other one, or if they're putting an end to the other one, they might send something like that. But in practicality, they don't usually in my experience, they don't revoke it. Now, and basically you also asked me, you tricked me. I'm answering like 3 questions. I feel bad because I've been staying strict with other people. It's Vawa Queen, not Diva Queen Nina. Oh my God, it's VAWA Queen. Okay, let me type it again. 1 second. So, madam, to answer your other question, no, we filed for a new work permit for you with Vawa Queen. With your Vawa application anyway. Okay.
Is it gonna cause any problem?
No, not at all. No, it's something you're given by right. You have a right anytime you're filing for an adjustment of status case. Again, I told you VAWA is a form of adjustment of status. You have a right to a work permit and a travel permit.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't give you. So even if you have like 5 work permits at the time, you have a right to still request another.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
I will call you. Don't worry.
Take care. God bless you.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Nina, it's the Vow Queen. The Vow Queen. I wish I could send you a message, but it won't let me send you a message here while I'm talking. But it's the Vow Queen. Or you can quickly quickly pick up the phone, call my office 903-060-123. Just tell them how to get to my IG. Can they send you the badge? I mean my IG badge. But it's the Vow Queen. It's spelled just like my the Vow Queen. Yeah. Okay. All right. Or just type Vow Queen and see if it'll pop up that way. Guys, y'all do this to me every time. Every time I say I'm about to go, this is when you guys want to come and talk to me. Every time you do it to me. Hello?
Hello?
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
Hey, I got a question about citizenship. So, did the process and everything for N400? I got a RFE because I jumped on the train station back in 2013. So I got arrested, and I mean the case was dismissed, but like they found it out during the interview.
So you got arrested. What was the charge for?
The charge was for trespassing and enter transportation local without paying.
Okay, that's usually a misdemeanor. So what's the question?
So that's what I'm saying. So I got the RFE for the citizenship. I did an interview, but they asked me a question, and I didn't mention it through the application. They asked me to. They sent me a RFE with asking me the disposition.
Right. Like so right. All you need to go is find, call the court where it was issued and ask them for the disposition records. That's about it.
I did, and like I said, it was dismissed and I sent it back with the RFE. But I'm asking if it's gonna have a trouble to getting denied or something.
Well, I want to say first, that's something I would normally handle on conversation because there's maybe other things I need to know. Like, do you have any other charges? But assuming all you have is what you said, I don't think it will work against you. Again, this is not
only arrest. That was the only arrest I had in my life. Okay. And like I said, I was going to school and jumped the train station.
Advice, sir. I think I've given you a little taster. Call me and schedule a consultation, please. You need to schedule a consultation for that kind of question, okay? This is your life we're talking about. Just schedule a consultation is $150. All right?
Okay, I'm just asking, is it like a serious case? Like a
Sir, I just answered your question. Is it that you didn't hear me? I said I don't think it will affect you, but I need more details.
Okay. I will call you then.
Yeah, did you hear me? You didn't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to get smart. It's just that I thought I did answer you.
No, I mean, it wasn't kind of clear, but I guess you said to just call.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Okay. So is that more clear to you now?
Yeah, you said it's not that serious, right? I'm not going to give you
a definitive 100% answer on a live video is what I'm trying to say. That's something I'll do in a consultation because just there's like 60 and people watching on this live video. Later on, maybe 1,000 people watch this video. What I say, somebody else could not take that as legal advice. I can't do that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And last thing about a case before I call. I mean, and how long usually take for USS to reply for the RFE for citizenship and 400?
Please schedule a consultation. I'd love to help you, but schedule a consultation. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay.
Hi, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you for having me on your show.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Nina. I was the one trying to get you earlier, but I'm glad I finally got you.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Yeah. So I have a similar case to what you are discussing, and so I came into the country, and my husband, we got married here, and he filed for me, and I got the first 2 years green card.
Okay.
And now we also filed to remove the condition, but then the first list sent me 18 months like a 18 months later, and then they extended it also to 2 years later. But since we filed to remove the condition, it's been over a year now. This August made it like a year, and I haven't gotten any response from them. So I'm just gonna I don't know what's going on.
But every time conditions application, right?
Yeah, for every time I try to check it online, it just tells me that your case was received on so and so date, and we are processing it and stuff like that.
Did you file this together with your spouse?
Yeah, my husband was the one that filed it. Even when we're trying to file the one to remove the condition, he signed it and everything, and we sent it in.
Sorry, let me just ask some clarifying questions. You guys have received your extension notice. You received your extension.
Yeah. They sent me one for 18 months and they sent me another one for 2 years.
There's nothing to worry about. I think if you listen to what I said earlier, processing times are up anyway, number one. And removal conditions applications are traditionally some of the longest applications.
Okay. And I have another question, please, just a follow-up question. So my husband also filed for my daughter, and she came into the country last December. She came last December. He filed for her as his stepdaughter, and she came to the country. But now we haven't gotten a green card for her in the mail. So what do we need to do to get a green card for her? Because we really don't know. We thought when she got in the country, they would have just sent her green card in the mail.
Miss Nina, I'd love to help you, but the general rule is I only answer one question. I just cut the other gentleman off too after one question. So
I'm
you
sorry.
gotta have to respect it, okay? All right. Schedule a consultation, all right? I'd love to help you.
Really would. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Okay. Guys, as a general rule, y'all just know I come here to I just do it as a free will, but yeah, I can only take one question, and especially as you see now, I'm taking like more than 20 questions just in this less than an hour. So guys, if you come live, I just would really love it if y'all respect the one question rule. Okay, one question rule. Sometimes I end up breaking it without knowing it. Some people just have a sweetness about them, maybe that they end up getting more than one question out of me. So those people are just lucky or blessed, right? But if you come to my live, guys, and I take one question, I'm telling you, I'm just going to tell you, I just can't stand it when you guys insist. And one more question, and you keep hearing me saying, excuse me, and you guys just push and ask another question. It ain't right. It's not right. It's not good. If I tell you one question, I mean one question. And then some people really get angry when I refuse to answer the second question, which I don't understand why, because I already told you in the very beginning of the live that if I can answer a question, I will. And if I think it's a consultation question, I'll tell you it's a consultation question. So if I say it's a consultation question, I mean it's a consultation question. Please respect that. Respect that, guys. Respect that, It takes a lot. I've done consultations all day today. I mean, that's all I've been doing is talking to people. All I've been doing today is talking to people, giving them advice. And so when you come to my live and you ask and you push to ask 3 or 4 questions, when I'm clearly telling you I can only answer more than one, and you get angry, it's a real disrespect to me and my time, because literally I don't even have to be here. I'm even just trying. I'm trying, y'all. It's like the last thing I'm doing every day when I come here to do a live. Guys, just let's respect each other, please. If you like this, if you're this color, let's just respect each other. I just don't see this kind of behavior from other immigrants to me. But when we are fellow Africans, or when we're Jamaicans to Africans, there's this familiarity, this breeds disrespect kind of thing. And honestly, it really bothers me. Anyway, someone says, can the interviewer or USCIS know if you researched divorce at any point during your marriage before application? Can the interviewer hold on, I can't even think right now. I'm so hungry. Can the interviewer or USCIS know if you research divorce? If you research divorce, I don't know what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say, can they know if you are thinking about divorce? No. So that's my answer to the person on YouTube. See Chandler. No, they can't know if you are thinking about divorce. No, they only will find out when the divorce is public. Okay, because divorce records, marriage records, these are considered public records and can be found by anyone at any time. Okay, but before you actually get a divorce, or when or before you file for divorce, let's put it like that. No, it's not public knowledge. They can't find it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start repeating the rules. Thank you, Rome's Rest One. Thank you, I will. Can you travel with transfer while waiting for adjustment of status to different countries? Yes. So I always say if you have an advanced parole, in other words, a travel permit, that's the whole point of a travel permit, is to give you the ability to travel. So that's the whole point. So as long as you're not in, yes, it's all that was necessary. ONE, yes, all that was necessary. Yes, if you feel it wasn't necessary, you could just leave. Thank you, ONE. Yes, it was absolutely. Can I travel advance pro while waiting for adjustment of status to different countries? Yes, you can, as long as you don't have any criminal or fraud issues. You absolutely can. And also the other thing is, as long as you're not in deportation proceedings. So if you're not in, if you don't have criminal issues, don't have fraud issues, you're not in deportation proceedings, yes, you can travel to a different country. Okay. All right. I'm a Jamaican going through Vawa and get my combo. Can I apply for visa for the UK? I think so. I'm not a UK lawyer. You probably have to check the requirements on the UK website to see what the requirements are. Okay, because that's more about immigration requirements there, not here. So I'm Denise, I'm not sure. Okay, but I think you can. Can someone who came to the border get a green card from marriage? Yes, that's the example I talked about yesterday and today. Yes, you can. But if that's your situation, you would need to eventually still leave the country and, in other words, fulfill the requirement that you never fulfilled in the first time. So to answer the question to Mr. King, yes, it's possible, but it requires a waiver, and it requires you eventually leaving the country and returning back, like typically in a few weeks later or a month later. Okay. All right. Somebody just answered your question. Miss Denise, one of my clients said, yes. One of my people said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Somebody just answered that and said, yes, you can. All right. Okay, guys. One more last question. Hope this is good. And we're done. Please stick to one question. Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good.
I see you looking so vibrant today. So actually, my name is Benjamin, and I'm from Nigeria. So someone sent me your live to get on your live. Because I've been trying to apply to go to America, but it's kind of hard. It's hard to get an American visa. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're discussing about?
Sorry? What's the question? I'm sorry.
I say, like, do you work with immigration to give people visa?
Do I work in immigration to give people? No, we don't work together. Usually I file for people over there.
Okay, you file for people over here?
Yes,
Oh yeah, so I've been interested, like I've been trying to at least visit America. So what do you think would be the easiest way for me to get an American visa?
Ooh, okay, that's a consultation question, but I mean, there's so many different ways I would need to find out. But for instance, first thing that comes to my mind, if you're working with the easiest way, if you're working in a company as a high-level executive or manager, you could very well get that. You could very well be able to get here on a transfer visa. I think it's called an L visa. All right. That's one way. There's H-1B visas as well. There's also another type of work visa. Nigeria, I don't think they're easily giving tourist visas to younger people right now, but of course, that's always an option. And there's just so many other things we would need to discuss. Just call and schedule a consultation, okay?
Okay.
All right, but yes, you might have some options. I would just need to talk to you about quite some. All
right, thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. You know, I would text you.
Thank you. Take care. God bless you. Well, actually, this phone doesn't take text messages, so you gotta call it, or you have to go to a website, wafulalaw.com. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. All right. Okay. Someone asked me why am I so mean on YouTube, guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, this just happens to me so many times. Sometimes I just have to put my foot down. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just telling you straight up what I feel, Mr. Owen. I'm just telling you straight up. Yes, it was necessary. He asked me, was it necessary? I said, yes, it was. Yes, I felt it was necessary. That's not being me. Okay. All right. I'm straight up just telling you I'm just drawing boundaries here. That's all. All right. Okay, guys, I think we're going to end it here. I think this is, I think I'll come back another day. Okay, guys. Bye. Take care. God bless. Share this video.